Hello, good morning. Welcome to day 9 of the Spring into Simple Decluttering Challenge. I'll just make sure that we are connected successfully and ready to get started, and then we'll chat about today's decluttering task. Okay, so today we are continuing to work in the kitchen, but today we're going to do something a little bit different than some of the other days in the challenge. Today we're doing something I call choose your own adventure. So we're spending one last day in the kitchen, but we're going to, instead of me telling you exactly what to work on, you're going to think about what in your kitchen needs a little bit of TLC, where a pain point lies, where clutter tends to collect. Is there a cupboard that's, kind of stressing you out or always overflowing or has too much stuff, or a category of items that you have too much of? And today we're going to work on that. So it's choose your own adventure. You decide where you're going to declutter in your kitchen today. And again, look for things that are causing stress or frustration. Look for areas that just aren't functioning that well. Look for areas that just need a little bit of attention. Or alternatively to that, you could also catch up on previous days from the challenge that you've missed. If you want to use today to catch up, you can definitely do that too. So in the email for today, I gave you some suggestions of things if you're kind of stuck and you don't know what to work on in your kitchen, or you need a little bit of direction or just want a little bit of direction. I have some suggestions of things that are often causing clutter and pain points in the kitchen, and they might be things that you decide you want to work on today. So one of the biggest ones, I think, for most of us is plastic containers. I swear these things multiply on their own, and then how lids and bottoms go missing, I'll never understand. But in our house, we always have too many lids and not enough bottoms, or all these extra bottoms and not enough lids. So if plastic containers are kind of a pain point for you, you can go through those. Look for ones, again, that you don't have the match for. Look for ones that are stained or warped or damaged or just kind of worn out. And then also go through and see if you have too many. Just really assess how many you actually need, how many just sit in the cupboard and never get used, and see if you can kind of weed some of the extras out that way. Another great category of stuff you might want to tackle is cooking and baking utensils. So this, we have like spatulas and whisks and scoopers and all of the things. I don't know all the names, but just your cooking and baking utensils. First of all, do you have some that are broken or have seen better days? Maybe get rid of those. Next, look for duplicates. Do you have more than one of the same thing? And could you keep your favorite and get rid of some of the extras? Do you have just gadgets or tools that you don't like or don't use and you could get by fine without them? Maybe you want to get rid of some of those. Another place you might want to declutter today is your fridge and freezer, the inside of it. So we talked about the outside yesterday. Now let's look at the inside. And you can kind of approach this just like we did on the day we did the pantry. You can get rid of anything expired, no longer good, get rid of anything you won't use, or make a plan to use it up, kind of reorganize it, give it a wipe down, wipe the shelves, that kind of thing. So that's another idea. Another space you might want to tackle is your mugs. I know mugs are another one of those categories of items that seem to multiply on their own. So again, focus on keeping your very favorites, the ones you use the most. Maybe get rid of some of the ones you don't like, the ones you never use, the ones that just stay in the back of your cupboard. Another thing you might want to think about working on is cooking and baking dishes. So like casserole dishes, baking pans, cookie sheets, muffin tins, all of those kinds of things. Do you have extras? Do you have some that are worn out? Do you have some that you never use? Water bottles is another category of stuff that can quickly kind of get out of control. Sometimes we get like free water bottles from events or different places, and they just build up in our cupboard, or we have water bottles that we never really liked or we don't use anymore. We have our favorite and we just keep using that one and don't use the other ones. So water bottles is another good category. The junk drawer, if you have a junk drawer or kind of a catch-all drawer in your kitchen, if you want to go through and give that a good clean out and just reorganize what's left. If you have kids at home and you have lots of kids' cups and dishes and that kind of thing, that can be another great thing to tackle today. Spices, if you didn't get to spices when we did the pantry and you want to go through and check for things that are expired or just out of date, old, that kind of thing, that's another that you might want to work on. So that's lots of ideas. That should give you lots of ideas of things you might want to work on today. If none of that is really piquing your interest, maybe you want to do some spring cleaning. Maybe you want to wipe down the fronts of your cupboards or wipe out the insides of a few cupboards or do anything like that. If you want to do some deep cleaning today instead of decluttering, whatever you can do just to make your kitchen function better, to make it a more pleasant place to be in, to tackle some of those jobs that you maybe never get to. Another one that just came to mind is maybe you want to descale your coffee maker. That's one of those jobs that it's easy to put off. So maybe that's something you want to tackle today. So basically whatever you'd like, whatever in your kitchen needs a little bit of attention is what I want you to focus on today. And this is a great time to get to those places that have been bugging you for a while, have, been kind of weighing on your mind. You need to do some decluttering. You need to get in there and clean that space out. Let today be the day that you tackle those kinds of projects. So remember, do what you can in the time you have. Try to spend at least 15 to 30 minutes. Do as much as you can. It all adds up. It all makes a difference. You're doing good things. So just know that any little bit of decluttering you choose to do today is going to make a difference. And then I also really want to encourage you to share in the group what you're working on. Not only so that we can cheer you on like we've been doing, it's fun to see everybody's progress and everyone's hard work they're putting in, but also you never know who you might inspire. Maybe you decide to clean out your utensil drawer and maybe you'll inspire someone else to tackle that project as well once they see like, oh yeah, mine could look a little better. That looks so good. I want mine to look like that too. So you never know who you're going to inspire. And so I really encourage you to keep sharing, especially today when we're all working on something different and it's just fun to see what everyone's working on and you just might inspire someone. All right, so that's today's task. I can't wait to see what you guys decide to choose. I'm excited to see the progress and I will be back here tomorrow again, same time, 9:30 a.m. Mountain Standard Time. And tomorrow we're going to move on to a different category of clutter. So we'll be leaving the kitchen, kind of. You'll see tomorrow, but we'll be leaving the kitchen and moving on to something else. So that's it for today. So happy decluttering. I can't wait to see what you guys decide to work on and we'll see you in the group. All right, bye for now.